Making all the right noises is sound effects editor Paul Jeffries.
I'm the sound effects editor on Doctor Who. Midnight was an interesting one for us sound guys. There's lots of different things going on. But we've got something outside, we've got a monster outside, and the imagination runs wild. We don't know what it is. It's the sound man's job to try and feed the imagination and try and satisfy the imagination as well. If it sounds slightly wrong, the illusion's broken and nobody cares what's outside anymore. So now we're coming to the crescendo. The monster's getting closer and closer, and now instead of being like a heartbeat, it's more like footsteps getting faster and faster, running. It all goes bang.
ADR stands for Automatic Dialogue Replacement, and it's a necessary evil.
I'm happy.
It's no secret that David Tennant is rather reluctant at recording ADR. In fact, you could say he's quite vocal about it.
I don't enjoy doing ADR, which is no secret to the people who have to record it with me. I find it difficult and frustrating because you're not there. You're not in that moment anymore. You're not looking that other actor in the eye. You're not experiencing that story in the way that you experienced it on the day that you shot it. And actually, what you're trying to do is recreate something artificially. What happens is you record sound on set. Obviously, you have microphones on set. You have sound recorders there, and they will get the best possible recording of the sound on that day that they possibly can. But there are a number of reasons why that sound might ultimately not work. There might be a plane going overhead, which you just, and you didn't have time to do another take. Hello? You know, if you did, on the day, you did some strange way of saying a sentence with funny little pauses that you put in on the day, because that felt right at the time. But if you're then in a recording booth 6 months later trying to recreate the strange pauses that you did and trying to match it to your own lips that you're watching on a screen at the time, it's a curious process.
And the cold and the diamonds.
On an episode like Midnight, because so much of it's to do with overlapping dialogue that has to be simultaneous with another character's dialogue, that inevitably there will be a bit of that necessary. But I do get a little bit grumpy sometimes when I'm recording it.
The more we talk, the more she learns. Now, I'm all for education, but in this case, maybe not. Let's just move back. Come on, come with me.
Everyone get back, all of you, as far as you can.
It's amazing how lacking in authority the Doctor becomes in this episode, because his words don't feel like his own anymore. He says all the things that the Doctor normally says, all the speeches that normally take control of a situation, all the speeches that normally win people over, and they don't work. And they don't work because someone else is saying it as well behind him.
My name's the Doctor.
My name's the Doctor.
OK, can you stop?
OK, can you stop?
I'd like you to stop.
I'd like you to stop.
It was very funny when Russell sold this idea to me, when he first talked to me about wanting to write this kind of script. You know, he said to me, OK, ask me a question. I said, what's your name? He said, what's your name? I said, what? He said, what? I said, oh, I see. Oh, I see.
It's a thing that kids do, you know, say, go to bed. They go to bed. Shut up, shut up.
He carried it on for about 4 minutes, and after 4 or 5 minutes, I was like, look, stop now. I'm freaked out.
And you know, when someone keeps doing it, it drives you mad. You know, when a kid really sustains it for like 5 minutes, 5 minutes is enough, it drives you bonkers.
It's like a dripping tap. And I think, for a sense, for those 45 minutes, the people in that cruiser go mad. I think he drives them all mad.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.